Calvert, and I will be playing Glow Free.
I am Jerry Meyer, and I'll be playing Chad Brznacki, who is the initiate.
I am Alana Smith, and I will be playing Jessica Rodriguez, who's the spooky.
Spooky. And we are, of course, coming to you remotely because of all the things going on in the world. Before we get started, I just want to say thanks everybody who is joining us. Thanks anybody who's watching this later. We want to all give you a shout out because this is a tough time. Everything is disrupted. Everything is strange, and I think that we'll hopefully bring some normalcy to what you're doing. I want to plug a couple things of mine. Well, sort of mine. First, I want to talk about my T-shirt. My T-shirt is a wrestler named that went all over the place. Named Jervis Cottonbelly, who is a masked wrestler. It is a shirt of him holding up basically the world like Spider-Man has done in the past. And he talks a lot about mental illness. Yeah, there's Spider-Man right there. But Jervis talks a lot about mental illness and addressing it and stuff like that. Follow him. It's a beautiful Twitter account, if nothing else, even if you're not a wrestling fan. And then I also want to plug on TikTok, which is a thing that I guess the kids are doing these days. I am doing 4 days a week. I'm doing streaming comic book recommendations. So you can follow me there, Doc Palindrome, just like you can find me, Doc Palindrome, everywhere. The game we are playing tonight is Monster of the Week. Monster of the Week is powered by the Apocalypse game, where we are playing, the players are playing different archetypical characters. Normally in Monster of the Week, you hunt down a monster in a week, I guess. No, that's not really it, but somewhere between Buffy and Scooby-Doo, that kind of thing. This is a little bit different. Five Corners is kind of my own construction where all the action takes place in a mall that is just a normal, typical mall that happens to sit at the nexus of all reality and all time.
No big deal.
Yeah. So, and that's how you end up with some of the strangeness that we've had the last few sessions. And we look forward to more strangeness this session. So is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay,
Woot.
excellent. We start our whole thing. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And the mall historically has closed a little bit early to let the mall workers get out and kind of enjoy their Thanksgiving, because then the holiday hits and it gets crazy, right? So the mall is closed a little bit early. It's quieted down. Glow Free, you are in the mall because you don't leave the mall.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
That's why I got in trouble with Jessica for loitering before. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I just exist here.
And right. And she was like, well, I can't, call you in for existing, loitering.
Yeah, fortunately, the hex bounced off and it hit Karen. So we just bonded over that instead.
Yeah. Which is why Karen has to take her breaks outside of mall property. So yeah, you're in there. What do you do now? I want to point out you're not alone in the mall at night, because that's when the other denizens of the mall step out. And there's, when I say other denizens, you name it, they're walking around.
And still asking me for directions. I know.
A lot of the time they are. Which is how you probably managed to pick up enough. I don't know. I'm trying to make up an alien language, language, to be able to give them directions, because they're 3-inch tall green aliens that wander the mall at night. But yeah, what do you do as you enter in the mall in the evening? Because you do shine brightest in the evening.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do. So basically, I treat nighttime at the mall as the time when everything revolves around me because I am the mall's sun at this point. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's kind of funny. I alluded to the fact that I'm maybe star stuff on Twitter earlier today, and I think that that's pretty true because now we're talking about how I'm a son. But I think Glowfree really just is all about this time and becomes so like gregarious and like talking with everybody who's chilling in the mall, all the ghosts who are out, and whether they're in Ghost Town or not. These 3-inch tall aliens, and just having a great time.
Sure.
Maybe even serving up drinks in the food court because
Ooh.
that's what they do.
Yeah. So that's
Party time.
party time. Okay, great. Well, one notable thing as you're kind of getting things together, you go by Coffin's Night Spot, where usually you see your good friend Mr. Reginald Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one? No. Sorry, it was Night's Watch. Right? Yeah, glow in the dark watches.
With Henry. Yeah.
Henry, yes. I'm sorry. I prepared for this, but it turns out I prepared wrong. So Henry. And what you notice is that all his merchandise has been taken off the kiosk. So it's all empty. And the sign is still up. But the rest of the kiosk has been basically locked down and shut down.
That's strange. They don't usually. I mean, I know Wednesdays are inventory day, but we wouldn't do that right before the big holiday.
This is a special Wednesday. And it seems when you do see that, it seems kind of a familiar thing. Just that you get that twinge of familiarity. That's just before you hear a enormous crash coming from around the hallway.
I will zip over there and find out what's going on.
Well, you are over there before anyone knows it, because you are fast. And the so you actually see Henry, and he's got some cases that have been knocked over, and his watches are just spread throughout the whole hallway. And the door has been opened, and it looks like it knocked him over when it was opened. And he's laying on the ground. He's trying to like get back up, and he's kind of struggling and doing that, like still kind of shocked. Oh no! Why? What happened?
Well, Henry, it looks like the door knocked you over. Here, let me help you pick all these things up.
Glowfree! Oh, what? What? Oh no! That door shouldn't open from that direction. That's my door home.
Isn't this why we've been practicing our evil laughs together?
We have been practicing, but for slightly different reasons. You see, there's different kinds of evil. There's the kind of evil that I practice, which is kind of the kind of evil where you say make a deal with the organizers of a mall, but for 40 days out of the year you're not allowed to ply your wares, but then the rest of the time all the money you want is available to you. And then there's the kind of deals that other creatures of evil make, not just deals, all sorts of things, but this door should always open in It never should open out. And if it has, I fear something might have gotten away.
I think it's been unhinged.
I think you are correct. And an unhinging of the door, this door in particular, could be very bad. Do you know of anything going on this evening?
Tonight, no, the mall's closed. I mean, it's going to be a big deal tomorrow.
Something does occur to you, Glowfrey. And it's just because you've heard about it all day. The day before Thanksgiving, there's usually a pretty big party.
Oh, the staff party.
And well, it's kind of the unofficial staff party. It's known as the Thanksgiving Eve Parade.
Parade?
Parade, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's not great.
This sounds like Glowfrey's least favorite day of the year.
It's probably, well, it's not thrown at the mall though. It's
Oh, okay.
always
Then
in
that's
some
fine.
other part. So yeah, the mall closes early and you get to hang out. But that is the one thing that you know that if anybody at the mall was talking about it, they might have brought up.
Huh. Well, I'll mention that to Henry. I'll be like, oh, but there is that parade thing that the staff are doing, kind of, tonight. Aren't you going?
I don't join the staff generally, but perhaps were they all speaking of it, discussing it?
Yep.
Oh dear.
All day.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I fear devil may have left the abyss. And I'm somewhat worried it might have gone to this event.
Do you need help putting your watches back?
No, Glowfrey, he stands up and he looks at you and he looks more serious and kind of intense than he has in life. I mean, he usually has this lighthearted evilness to him. But this time around he's kind of like he's very serious and like if something has left the mall when the mall is closed, the world could be in grave danger. And well, I like the world. It gives me many things. So
Especially souls.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, but mostly money that I use to buy food and whatever things you buy with money. But yes, souls. This isn't good. Glowfrey, I think I need your help.
I think you've always needed my help. Yes.
That's fair.
So let's go do this.
I can't leave, of course.
Oh.
Only you can leave the mall. Did you
I
not know
can
that?
leave the mall?
Yes.
Well, no one told me before.
Well, I'm telling you now, you can leave the mall, and I need you to go to this party. And, well, you can't exactly go like that, though, can you? And then he starts to weave his fingers, and Glowfrey, you feel something. Well, you feel something. You look like a person, but a person who is really going human. I shouldn't say person.
I already looked like a person.
That's right. You look human, and you are dressed for a party, and you are like somebody that is going to make a splash, and you can consider how epic that is going to look. While I jump to the other mall mall workers, which I will do now. Jessica and Chad. So, of course, the two of you are going to this party, right?
Of course.
Well, yeah.
I plan on
I mean-
inviting. I'm going to invite my apprentice also. So
Kelly.
If Chad didn't invite
Yes.
the apprentice, Jessica would have invited Kelly.
That's
yeah,
fair.
and we're
Yeah.
going to. And also, Chad let it slip to Karen that this is going on. Also, he hasn't told everybody else that he told Karen where it is. But we have gone into stuff, which is our 1980s homage to the original Spencer gifts,
Mhm.
and we've basically found all the discount T-shirts and glow sticks and all that kind of stuff, and we're bringing those along. So,
Okay.
Chad's fashion is basically like bad hot topic.
Okay. I
So
like that.
I'm the good hot topic, and you're the
Yes.
bad hot topic.
Exactly,
Like we're
yes.
good cop, bad cop.
Exactly. That is exactly how it is. So
Now, of course, the person holding this event is he has been mentioned before, the chosen one, who was as a quick brief. The chosen one was unable to secure the job that he needed at the mall because he failed the drug test. But he always does throw the best parties, as was established by Jessica. And his name is Hayden, and he's throwing the party tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless somebody had a different name, but that's the name that I had.
Hayden's good.
Okay.
Hayden totally works.
Okay. I don't have to ask this, but Jessica, why did Hayden invite you?
I'm the reason that people go to parties.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, like without you, there isn't a party. Like, you knew about the party before anybody else knew that there was a party.
Oh, which, by the way, for my advancement, I'm taking telepathy, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Which is why I knew that there was a party, because Hayden came into the store to give like invitations and stuff, and I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were like, he walks into the store, and before he can say anything, you're like, I'll be there.
That too. One of those things.
One of those things. Chad, how about you? Why did Hayden invite you?
Because deep down inside, Chad's actually a little bit cooler than he lets on, or that he's
Okay.
aware of. Plus, he's always got weird things. He always comes with a bag of stuff from the store. It's an easy way to get things up and going.
Sure.
We just write it off as as marketing loss, but Chad's basically he doesn't bring a good time, but he supplies things to go with it. So
Sure.
uh,
So, yeah. So basically, Chad has layers, and Hayden is a little bit deeper than I think we were expecting from before. Like he can see, like, oh no, this guy's don't let anybody fool you. This guy's really cool. I like that. So I'll start again with Jessica. Jessica, when do you arrive at the party? Way before it begins, or before it begins, as it's beginning, just on time, or while it's been going on for a little bit?
Well, I have to change from my work makeup to party makeup, so
Fair.
a little bit after it started, because I have to be fashionably late.
Yes. Okay. Fashionably late. Chad, how about you when you show up?
Chad shows up a little bit early.
Okay.
Kind of like looks around, kind of wondering, who's going to be here and when. He bummed a ride from Kelly, so she's driving, and he'll go in and he'll tell it's a good place to look for the weird and unusual. So this is gonna be a fun party, but keep your eyes open for the strange. This is a good place to You know, I encountered my first fourth dimensional ghast at one of these parties, and friendly enough, but it's a good place to kind of meet weird things. So, just if Henry offers you a cigarette, or if Hayden offers you a cigarette, don't. Okay, trust me on that.
Okay, I mean, I don't smoke anyways.
Technically, neither does he.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
That's weird. Word for it, I guess.
I mean,
So
she's my apprentice, so I'm trying to give her some basics. Then I'll let her kind of go off and get in trouble on her own.
no, I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just so I know. I mean, I'm now, of course I don't really care who shows up, but it's gonna be a good time. But do you know if Jessica is gonna be here?
Jessica's definitely going to be here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Jessica's kind of the reason I got invited, so I think that they really wanted Jessica here.
Oh,
So,
well, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'll go in. Yeah. And she kind of heads in a little bit ahead of you, and then she kind of like once she's in, she's a little bit intimidated by just there's that wave of like familiarity that everybody has, that kind of hits her like, oh wait, I'm new to this element, and then as soon as she's kind of taken aback by that and starts to fade back a little bit, you hear from the background, Chetty! And out he comes. I don't think we've ever discussed what the Chosen One looks like. I think he's a tall guy. He definitely has a beard. He kind of looks like a young version of the dude from that's what he's got to look like, right?
Yep, I can understand that.
Yeah. And he's wearing like the loudest Hawaiian shirt you've ever seen in your life. And he comes in and he gives you like this bear hug.
So like somewhere in between the dude and then plus size Thor. Like
yeah. Kinda
okay.
in that neighborhood. Like an outgoing plus size Thor.
Dad bod Thor.
Yeah, Dad bod Thor.
Dad bod Thor.
And he looks at Kelly and he's like, "Hey, welcome. I don't think we've met."
I'll introduce him. I'm like, Hayden, this is my assistant Kelly. She's there at stuff. She's the one who keeps the place going when I can't be there. So treat her well. She's a good kid.
Oh well, hey, listen, you're a friend of Chad, you're a friend of mine. Welcome to my abode. Make yourself at home.
I unzipped the bag. I'm like, she even picked out these T-shirts to give out tonight. She thought these would be good for everybody.
What are the T-shirts?
They are T-shirts for a fusion classical grunge band that never took off. Called Urbana, and it just didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
So, so their first album didn't do that well. So
was that the name of the album?
Was the name of the album was meh. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. So I imagine these T-shirts like have like Urbana in like a fancy like script and then just meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I love these. These are great. He grabs one. He grabs the smallest size you have, and just he pulls off the Hawaiian shirt and just pulls it onto his body, and it is way tighter than it really should be. And he's like, fits a little snug though.
Well,
it's a crop top, even though it's not supposed to be.
Exactly. It's supposed to expose the midsection.
Well, if you got it, flaunt it.
Exactly.
But he says to Kelly, these are awesome. And immediately, like, she feels like, at home and everything. So as people are kind of still getting things together. Actually, Chad asks you to kind of help out,
Okay.
tap the beer kegs and, do a couple things. He knows you're there early. He knows that you're
Mhm.
helpful.
Yep.
So
So
party gets.
we'll show everybody how to do this. I mean, he's into instruction, so he's instructing. Like, this is how you tap a beer keg. Anybody who doesn't know how, he's going to try to. He gets into that kind of like instructor mode a little too easily. So.
That's hey, that's like the natural thing.
Mhm. Life skills.
After a while, everybody really starts to come in, and then after that flow kind of starts to peter off, Jessica shows up. Jessica, what's it look like when you come to the party?
And a darkness fills the room.
Okay.
So instead of her corporate approved makeup,
Oh boy.
it is full on goth. So and because it's a parade, she has done neon goth.
Okay.
So her hair is brighter. It glows under any black lights that Hayden has put up. And then so does her lipstick, and her eyeshadow will also glow under, but when she's not under black light, it's like completely it's like black for stuff. So and she has probably an Avengers t-shirt or something, because that's still popular.
Sure.
But it's the okay. Torrid just came out with a new one. It's got purple and stuff on it. So, and she has boots that she can run in if she needs to, because part of the parade is dancing, and then there's usually some sort of parade thing.
Oh yeah, that's a tradition there. Yeah. That makes sense. That feels like a thing I should have come up with when I came up with the dumb name. So awesome. So yeah, and the music is pumping, but yeah, the lights go low just as you're arriving, and then the black lights hit you just right. Now this, of course, he's got a one of the best DJs in the city, joining you or running this whole thing, and he's got a light show and everything. So it's just on point. And actually, before you see anybody else, you see Chad. Chad, what are you doing at this point in the evening?
He's busy trying to figure out the best blend of colors that I can use to make the punch actually glow under the black light. So taking mixing the liquors, adding a little bit of this color, adding a little this color. Try not to get that brown. Trying to get a green or a pink.
Okay.
Experimenting first with a small pitcher.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
All you need is the seltzer. The seltzer grows green under the black light. Have you not been to a strip club before?
I don't drink seltzer.
Well, they have really special drinks at the strip club, and the ones that they give to the strippers that you buy for them don't actually have alcohol in them, but they make sure both drinks have seltzer in them so they glow under the black light and look the same.
Cool. All right, we'll try that. Chad looks over. He's like, I don't think the strip clubs I went to had black lights.
Kelly actually kind of comes around, and she was grabbing some snacks or something, and she hands Chad, I don't know, it's like a individual bag of chips. She goes, here you go. They didn't have any barbecue left. Sorry. And then she sees Jessica, and she goes, oh, Jess, hi. I got you some chips.
Does she take the chips that she was gonna hand to Chad and give them to Jessica instead?
No, she
Oh,
gave
okay.
you. She already gave you yours. She's giving Jessica the ones she had for her.
Oh, thanks, honey. But I had a bit of snacks before I got here. You can have these.
I'm not hungry.
Do you want to dance?
I have to go to the bathroom, and she kind of scurries off. And there's some like nearby chuckling and everything.
If anybody's laughing at her, Chad gives them all like a death stare.
Okay, it's like good natured.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not like
Anybody who takes it past that, though, will get a death stare.
yeah.
Oh
Pick
yeah.
up my
If
bag with me.
if anybody starts to pick on Kelly or anything like that, like Jessica will give them a death stare.
That actually is a death stare from you. So
Yeah,
It
it's like
is.
literal death stare.
Yeah, literal death stare. Oh, hey, you're a zombie now. That means you are an associate at Hot Topic.
So as you know, the things are kind of going on. You guys are making small talk, seeing people at the mall, but outside the mall setting, which is always a weird thing. There's like those people that you'll see, and you'll be like, I kind of know that person, but you've only ever seen them in like the Auntie Annie's like uniform. So like you see them like outside of the uniform, you're like, you look different somehow. That kind of thing. Or like, you know, whenever any of the Sephora people would go to a party and wouldn't have the Sephora makeup and outfit on, like I just couldn't recognize them. Anyways, that went down a hole for me real quick. But all of a sudden the music kind of, it dips and it just kind of stops, and the lights are kind of moving around, and in walks the person who just blows the party away. Glowfree, what do you look like when you enter?
Okay, so Glowfree looks very different. They have actually like very dark tan skin, but their eyes are like luminous and are glowing in like a kind of like pale green white light. But they're wearing a silver and black tuxedo that is completely all over sparkle. And their hair is this shocking silver shimmery color, and it's long and wavy and flowing. And you know, other than the eyes, like even so, like through their skin, you about them as they walk in. Everything
Nice.
just seems lighter somehow.
Yeah, like the whole place just brightens up.
Sorry, Jessica.
It's all good. Like if somebody drew it, it would be amazing, because like Jessica would be on one side and it's like darkness and shadows, and the other side is like Glowfree with the entire place just like lighting up. So yeah, and then they're just like,
Yeah, you're radiant darkness and I'm radiant light. It's
I always assumed
yeah.
I always assumed that Glowfree was just a rave all by herself.
yeah, kind of. That's why I run the parties after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's very true.
So yeah, when I come in, I'm gonna be looking for signs of a devil coming past, and hopefully my two favorite companions, Chad and Jessica, who have been you know, helping out with weird, creepy stuff in the mall. So
Awesome. Well, fantastic. Yeah, you've got basically at this point the party is about you. Like
ooh.
it is just everybody's kind of like, who's this, you know? And
I am fabulous. It's nice to meet you.
it's one of those things where anytime somebody approaches you, nobody's going to admit that they don't know you. They're like,
Ooh.
"Hey, how are you? I'm really glad you could come. I didn't know if you'd be able to make it to this whole thing." You know, it's just that over and over again. Yeah, yeah.
I introduced myself as K-Fab. Because
Ooh.
okay, I'm fabulous. I know it. And just keep going and keep like, oh yeah, I'm fabulous. And then I just kind of like try to push past all these people who are like insisting on saying hi to me and saying, oh yeah, I know you. And I'm like, I don't know you at all. And working the crowd and wading through them to find the people I'm looking for.
Excellent. Well, as you're kind of going through, the party's moving. You manage to link up with Jessica and Chad. Jessica and Chad, do you recognize Glowfree?
I just took telepathy. Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Chad thinks he recognizes Glowfree, but isn't quite sure yet. It takes
it's a
Chad a
different
lot.
uniform.
It takes Chad a lot longer to realize what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Just seeing unusual stuff at this place is not unusual for Chad, but it takes him a while. He's like, "Oh!" Then he tries to look like calm again. Yeah.
Well.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I didn't know you could leave the mall.
I didn't either. But it's kind of an emergency.
Didn't we leave the mall last month?
No, we just went to the Red Robin. It was still on the mall grounds.
It's still on mall property.
Ah, okay. That's true. Yes.
Yeah. Well, as you say, just after that little bit there, one of the it's one of the guys that works at Dick's Sporting Bads, Rusty, comes running up from the basement, and he's got a $20 bill. He's like, "Hey, anybody have change? I need 21s."
You mean you're gonna make it rain?
What? No, no. It just it's like it's a buck a peg at this massive battleship game that's going downstairs. So, we're
okay.
So yeah, and now that you kind of like listen, you can hear people like cheering from the basement.
They
But
don't
it's all
have
like
change where they're selling pegs for $1.
it's no they're not selling them. They you bet on them, and like
right.
you bet on
And
like
they
where
don't
the
have
pegs are gonna
change
go.
From all these other people who are betting $1.
Well, they do, but they're charging a 20% fee for change. I didn't want to lose $4, but oh man, it's good action though. I got to get back to it. And he goes running back down the stairs
Without change.
Without
the change. Yeah.
Well, I've never heard anybody cheer for Battleship that loud. Even the movie they made.
What's Battleship?
It's a board game where you have to guess where the other ships are that your opponent put down. Chad doesn't like playing with me because I win all the time.
Is this true, Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad actually enjoys Battleship. He's not good at guessing at all. But it's even worse. It's like I said, it's even worse now that Jessica can read minds.
I can't help that your brain is so loud.
I mean, to be honest, it's it's basically 17 moves and we're done. So, but no, it's fun. Chad did not, however, enjoy the Battleship movie, so there was no cheering there at all. But he's interested in going down to see the Battleship game. So he'll check
Okay.
and see if he's got some signals on him, then he'll head downstairs to see what's going on.
All right, sounds good. How about Jessica and Glowfrey? What are you guys doing?
I wanted to dance, but Kelly's been in the bathroom for a really long time, so we're gonna go check out this battleship thing in the basement.
I mean, that's cool, but like, there's really something important that we need to talk about. Because I didn't know I could leave the mall, and now I'm out of the mall, which is weird. I feel naked. But a devil came through a door that shouldn't open the way that it opens in the mall and left the mall, which is why I've left the mall. And we need to find it because we think it's here.
And man, Henry didn't pick up all of his watches. He's lost some time.
I picked them up for him. Like, what do you mean?
That's fine. I get it. Jessica and Glowfrey, Karen comes over, and she looks a little bit frantic, and she looks at the two of you, and she actually looks at Glowfrey. And, hi. Hi.
Hello.
Jessica.
Yes,
you know
Karen.
that new girl, Kelly, right?
Yeah. She
Is she
looks
like
at stuff.
Yeah, is she like limber?
I don't know yet.
Like, how about her ankles? Are they like really strong, or are they really like? Will they like break like twigs if too much pressure is like on them for a while?
This is a really
Karen, this is a
awkward line of
weird
questioning.
question.
There's this really intense game of hopscotch going on by the pool outside, and I figured I could get the inside scoop on it.
Of hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Do you have a magic rock to throw on the number that you have to skip over, Karen?
I think they've got all that. I'm just like I want to know if I should bet against Kelly or not.
You should always bet for Kelly.
Okay. All right.
Who else is out there?
I mean, there's a bunch of people out there.
Well, who's going up against Kelly?
Who's going up?
Is it Jordan? Because Jordan's really good at jumping.
Yeah, it is Jordan actually. Ooh, so I'm betting. Jordan's from Stuff
hard.
on a Stick, right? She's the girl from there.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Well, Kelly's from
there's also Stuff on a Stick.
And Jordan's from Stuff on a Stick.
Stuff on a Stick is the kebab place.
Yeah. They put some really weird stuff on it. Yeah, you should always bet for Kelly.
Right.
Man, Jordan came up with the Vlad Impaler Stuff on a Stick. She did a good job with that one.
It's the third game that's coming to. Okay.
Vlad?
No, Stuff on a Stick.
Oh, okay.
Someone yells, "All right!" You hear this, and like the dance floor is kind of like filtering away and everything, and somebody on the dance floor, oh no, actually worse than that, like turns off the music and gets into the microphone. And is like, "All right, I just run 2 rounds of guess the number. Who wants to take me on next?" Everybody just kind of like is quiet, but then there's a couple of people like, yeah, I want to do that.
How much is it? like Jessica steps forward. How much is it for guessing the number? And yeah, what do I have to put in?
$5 in, and whoever's closest wins. The odds are pretty good in my favor, though.
I mean, have you seen me? I can't even.
Well,
better
unless
pick an
you're
odd number, dude.
unless you're like cheating. Hayden actually is like walking by at this point. And he's kind of looking at the two of you like, what are you guys doing? Why are people dancing?
I don't know why people aren't dancing, but this guy wants to see if we can guess a number closer to the number. So we're gonna try that. And I have $5. So if I guess closer, does that mean I get 10?
It means you get 15.
Oh.
Yeah,
So I
because
can
it's
triple my money.
2-1. I think that's how that works. Anybody who knows how actual gambling works, don't at me.
It's a party. I don't think anybody needs to know how gambling works. Actually, they're just making
Fair.
it up as they go along.
Yeah.
It changes with the alcohol.
That's true.
Hayden actually is like, wait, this isn't game night. This is party night. Like, this is the pre-holiday party. We're supposed to be letting loose. Why is everybody all serious and yelling at each other about these games now?
Oh,
Games
that's
aren't
weird.
Part of fun?
I mean, games are usually fun, but like, people don't seem to be having fun. They're obsessing over making money off it.
Oh,
Interesting.
man. Hey, Clofrey.
Yeah.
You said there was like something here. I skimmed a bit. I'm sorry. Devil? There's a devil?
Mm-hmm. Something left the mall that shouldn't leave the mall. Nothing should leave the mall.
Did you get the name of the devil from Henry?
No, but Henry gave me the impression that a lot of things that come through can get pretty obsessed with money or souls, but then they backtrack and say money. I
Oh,
want to
man.
investigate a mystery.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
we should try to find some of the people that work in the shoe department because they're the keeper of souls.
I saw that one
mean,
coming. Oh,
They are, but we also need to talk to the person who runs the banking kiosk. Because they've got all the money.
Yeah.
They might be gambling it away downstairs.
I don't think I
Poor
don't.
choices could have been made.
So is Chad upstairs or downstairs? Is he a part of this conversation, or is he downstairs playing bingo?
Chad was going downstairs, and actually, I'm going to jump to Chad real quick.
So I won't make
we're
any
gonna
comments
do that investigative mystery in just a minute.
Good.
Chad, when you get down the stairs, people are rabid about betting, and like now, like people are actually like angrily yelling at each other, and you know, there's like somebody's like holding like piles of money and then like handing it out, and then there's two guys, and it is from the game's top, not GameStop, game's top.
Game's top.
Mike and Mike are playing
Mike and
each
Mike.
other. And it's a pretty intense game. And somebody like hastily scratched up a board and is putting numbers on it, and like, you know, is putting like each key on it, and then like saying how much each one wins. So every result. So like, you know, A4 like wins X amount, and then like if somebody has it.
We'll look around and see who's doing this.
It seems like haphazard and organized at the same time.
Does there seem to be anybody running this?
There's actually it is it's Damien from Hot Topic who seems to be taking the money.
Okay. I'll look around and see what games look like they have interesting odds.
Right now they're only playing Battleship.
Okay.
Although somebody just went to the there's like a closet and there's all these board games in there, and somebody just pulled out Life. Meanwhile, Glowfree, you were investigating a mystery.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
I rolled a 6.
Ooh. That is a GM move on my part. So, Glowfree, you start as you're going around. You. I know. You start to notice that there's all these pickup games just coming up, and people are betting money on them, and people are getting upset about them, and you start to think like there has to be a pattern to this, and as you think that, you realize that one of the things that has been set up just outside the fence of the pool is a foot race.
Oh, I'll win that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's oh boy, that foot race looks really good. You know you're gonna win it, and you can bet on yourself.
Okay.
I mean, I guess, but I don't have any of this money things.
That's a problem. In your head, you're like, wait, I need to somehow get money so I can make a whole bunch of money, and it doesn't occur to you that it makes no sense because you don't need it.
Why would
Here's
I
a
need
$5 bill.
something?
Jessica gives you a 5 spot.
Good.
Wilfred kind of holds it like they don't really know what to do with it, and then they immediately go and place a bet on themselves and enter the foot race.
All right. So I'm gonna jump back down to Chad.
Okay.
Chad, you see somebody like trying to basically break out the game of life and open that up. What are you doing?
Chad walks like, no, don't open that. Don't. You just don't. You just don't play that game. There's got to be something else here. Some Parcheesi, some Sorry, a Tiddlywinks,
Jax.
yeah, Russian roulette. Anything's got to be better than life. It's okay. Just put that back on the shelf.
One of the other guys from Dick's Sporting Beds is like, "What's Settlers of Catan?"
Okay, give me life. Let's put that down on the table. All right. Had to one up beyond that one. So he'll get out life. That down instead.
Make I need you to make a roll. A resisty type roll that I forgot what the actual name of is.
I assume that's cool.
Yes.
All right. I cool is zeros.
Act under pressure? Is that what you're talking about?
That's the one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
Yeah, act under pressure.
So that's a +0 for me. And I got a 10.
Hey.
Fantastic. Here's the thing. You don't really want, I mean, like, okay, let me say this then. You're realizing that you don't feel compelled to play life.
Well, no, of course not.
But whoever else is trying to play this just has this like need to do it.
Interesting. I'm gonna go over and just what did we put in these drinks? So, let's. Okay, if you're gonna play life,
drunk anything.
I'm gonna give him the rule book. I'm like, okay, you pulled it out. You got to read all the rules first. You got to explain them to everybody.
All right. And he starts like really slowly reading the rules. And Jessica, what are you doing?
So these are like really kiddie games Where's like Cards Against Humanity or Synonyms or like one of the Telestrations party games for like that? Or she's been wanting to dance this entire time. Dance competition.
Where's DDR? Come on.
There you go.
Yeah. Where's DDR? Like, did nobody bring the DDR machine from the mall? Like, where's our arcade person?
Are you voicing that there's no dance competition right now?
Yes.
Make an act under pressure roll. Because things are happening.
Hey GM, guess what you have?
What do I have?
A GM move, because I rolled a 6.
Yes. Oh, that dance competition sounds so good to you right now. I mean, it was just kind of like a second thought, but then you're like, wait, I can win a dance competition. And in your head, you're just like, I'm gonna bet all I have on me because I'm gonna kick ass in this dance competition. So
Who's handling the money up here?
Somebody steps out from, and you don't remember seeing them before. It's hard to place exactly what they look like, but they say, I can keep an eye on the money.
But like, I can't like see their face.
You can see their face. They have an angular face with they have a deep tan, but light eyebrows and hair, almost white, and they're smiling at you, and it's hard to tell what that smile really is saying. Like, it's a little bit flirtatious.
So a normal smile that Jessica gets.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, they're just smiling at you. And as they lean closer, they say, I don't think you'll have a lot of competition, and welcome to my games. And we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Oh man, it's already 8 o'clock.
It is already 8 o'clock.
Okay, cliffhanger.
Gamers, I am your game master, Jesse. Having drank something just before going back on air, which was a really smart move. And with me is Jane playing Glowfree, Lana playing Jessica, and Jerry playing Chad. And when we left our intrepid mall goers, they were not in the mall, but at a party where they've been split up. And there seems to be some issues with games of chance. So let's get back into it. Glowfree, do you win your first race?
I always win my races.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you make it look like you're moving? Like, do you periodically stop so that people can tell?
I think that in this strange form outfit covering, that it just feels weird. Like, sweat is a thing that is happening, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, this sparkly silver black tuxedo is not a thing that breathes. And I think, Glowfree finishes very radiantly, but is also, and doesn't look disheveled at all, but also couldn't move much faster. Like, their superhuman speed just looked like fast human.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think. I mean, they're
Okay.
still fast, but not a blur fast.
Yeah, like Usain Bolt fast. Like you're like, holy cow! Look at that person really move really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing: when you win, your immediate thought is like, as you are in the process of winning, you're elated because you're like, I'm going to make so much of this paper that people call money that I don't theoretically care about, but I'm going to have so much of it.
Everyone will call me their king or monarch.
I
will be the sovereign of the world because I have all of this green paper stuff.
Exactly. That's how you feel. And then you're handed your winnings, and immediately you think, but I could get more.
I definitely could.
Yeah.
I know that Jessica's a telepath, and I'm gonna go get her involved in like a guessing game of chance, and I'm gonna bet on her with like 100-to-1 odds, and I'm gonna get even more of this green paper stuff that's a little slimy that I don't even like touching, but I need it all, so I'm gonna get it all.
Fair enough. Chad, you're in the basement. You
Playing the game of life.
These dopes to basically read the rules of life aloud.
Mhm.
And one of the guys says, "This isn't anything like life at all."
Is it long and seems confusing, and you can't really find out how to end it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Awkward.
I don't know how to bet on this though.
It didn't say to bet on it. We were just going to play the game.
What? No, man. No. We're not. Like, as soon as you say that, they like push the board aside, and like they're back over at the. Hey, you mentioned Parcheesi. Do you know how to play that?
Do they have Candyland?
What?
Do they have Candyland?
They don't have Candyland.
Well, that's a good betting game. All right.
What's the Vegas odds on this Candyland match?
So yeah, well, I don't actually remember the rules to Parcheesi.
That's okay. Nobody does.
Oh, I know. We got to see. Do they have trouble?
They do have trouble.
Because you can bet the heck out of that Pop-O-Matic bubble.
Oh yeah. And then they pull out the trouble.
It's got noises and moving parts and everything. Here you go.
Just about the time they're getting that out, one of the mics stands up, picks up the board that he was playing Battleship with, and just full out smashes it across the face of the other mic, who just is sent reeling. Jessica.
Poor Mike. Not that I'm there to see it, but poor Mike.
Yeah, it's not. They're best friends. They're inseparable. That's not a thing that should happen. But this individual has just offered to hold on to the money while everybody makes bets.
Can I see how trustworthy they are?
Ooh, yes, you may. Are you doing a special thing, or are you reading a bad situation?
I'm gonna use my new powers.
Ooh, okay.
It's telepathy. I think that's weird. Hold on, let me pull up my character sheet.
It's probably weird.
Nope, it says I use the regular thing, but I'm using my telepathy. So is it? I wanna use manipulate someone, but I'm not actually manipulating them, and I'll just roll for read a bad situation, and
Fair enough.
We'll see what happens.
Well, how would you be manipulating this person?
Well, Yeah, that's why I was like, it needs to be.
Fair enough. Okay. I was willing to let you see if you could justify it, but yeah, we'll read a bad situation for right now.
We're not gonna read a bad situation. I rolled a 6, and then I have a
Oh no!
-1, so 5. Guess what you get to do?
Woo-hoo-hoo. Excellent. Wow. Oh boy. So
Apparently, Jessica can deal with demons and ghosts, but when it comes to devils, this is totally infernal.
devils are. Ooh, yeah, I see what you did there. Devils can be tricky, anyways.
Lana's on fire tonight.
They start you dancing, and like you're dancing. You know who you're dancing against? Karen has made her way in and is now dancing against you.
So it's goth girl versus white girl.
Yeah, and yeah, you're definitely gonna show her up. What are your moves like?
So we have glow sticks, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Jessica's moves are very rave oriented, because she was around when raves were really, really popular. She also has some other dance moves from other eras, but like, yeah, no, it's glow stick kind of oons 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 oons. Although it's like, because we were talking about fire, like Burning Up by Jessie J totally should be the thing that's playing.
Yes.
Because we're on fire.
Yeah.
Because you can't. Well, I can dance to Set the Rain to Fire for Adele, but that would give pluses to Karen for her white girlness. So
fair enough. So you're tearing it up, and in your head you're like, but you can do more, and you start to dance harder and harder to the point where you're starting to wear yourself out, and you take harm from dancing.
Ow.
Yeah. But you're winning, and you win that like first round of it. The song ends, and Karen like sheepishly like walks away, and you're handed that money expecting it just to be the greatest feeling in the world, but it's the same thing. It's empty. You know you can do better. Glow free.
No, I have this empty feeling like every day of my life.
Glow free, were you heading back in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna find Jessica because
Okay.
that is how I am going to get all of the green money things.
Okay.
Because I'm going to bet with her on a thing where her telepathy will guarantee me a win.
Got it. You see her, and as you see her, I'm gonna let you roll read a bad situation. So roll sharp.
I have a 7.
A
Plus
7.
0 to that, so 7.
All right. Well, that is hole 1. So that means you get to ask one of the questions. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
I am going to say, I'm going to ask, what is most vulnerable to me?
Ooh. So the person who has been taking money on the dance competition and just handed Jessica her winnings, there's something about them, and you realize that what you are is essentially anathema to them. Like your very being when you're in the mall could basically destroy what they are.
But only in the mall.
Well, that's what you are in the mall. You're not sure what you are here, but you haven't lost all your power. In fact, it seems like you basically have your power. It just looks different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that being is vulnerable.
This is the unlockable skin that you get when you pre-order the video game.
Yes.
I didn't have any of this weird paper stuff, so I did not pre-order anything. Henry lent me this.
That's fair. Chad.
Yes.
There's a brawl in the basement right now.
Yeah.
And
That's gonna go. Oh, good God.
Yeah, and Hayden is trying to get into it to stop people.
Yeah. Chad's also gonna try to go over there. Mike, come on. You guys, come on. You guys are friends. Don't you remember the wonderful time you had burning down the store a couple weeks ago?
And then you hear somebody say, "I got $20 on Mike."
Oh, it's bad.
Bad.
Chad's gonna try to force them both apart.
Okay. That would be a
come on.
Protect somebody? Protect someone?
Probably. Sure.
I mean, it depends. I mean, it could be a kick some ass, but I don't think.
He's really trying to help someone.
Okay.
So.
And I think you're trying to protect both of them from each other.
Yeah. I like Mike and Mike.
Yeah. Although, like, Mike was the one that was hit in the face, whereas Mike is doing okay. He was punched a couple times, but.
Yeah, but I know Mike, and sometimes I think everybody wants to hit Mike in the face once in a while. I've seen the way Mike treats Mike, and occasionally, we kind of saw that coming. So.
It's not always great. Yeah. Yeah, poor. You feel bad for Mike sometimes, but.
All right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to get in there and reach over and grab them both. So.
All right.
Nine.
I
have a tough of 0, so I rolled a 9 and got a 9. So.
As you're getting in there.
Yeah.
One of them is like swinging wildly, and tags you on the side of the head, and you take a point of harm.
Okay.
But you are able to get between them.
Is our harm from last week cleared up or not?
Oh, that's cleared up. Yeah.
Okay. So 1 point of harm. Okay.
Yeah. But they're trying to get at each other, and then somebody yells out.
So I stumble backwards right into the table where they're trying to set up life, sending little tiny peg people everywhere.
Somebody yells, $50 on both the Mikes versus Chad. Jessica and Glowfree. So Jessica, you're a little sore from that, but you can do better.
I can totally do better now that I have Thor with me.
That's it was funny. The tail kind of came up like a tentacle, and then you just started like rubbing the tail. I won't make this too often.
Yeah. But yeah, no. If tentacles come near me, I'm going to pet them. That's just kind of what happens.
It's, I don't know if that's a life tip, but it feels like a thing. Anyway.
Just the tip.
And we're back.
We are explicit. You have been warned.
So yeah, Glowfree, you've managed to get to Jessica. The individual who had been taking the money has passed those duties on to someone else and has moved on. So you can see them kind of moving through the room.
Who did they pass the money on to?
It's someone who works at the makeup counter at JC Nichols.
Okay. I am going to. Do I still feel compelled to get more of this paper stuff? or have I been distracted enough by the fact that this
Oh,
person
that's actually yeah.
is
Make
destroyed by me?
a cool roll.
I am
Yeah.
so cool
Cool
and so
roll.
bad at this. I have a +0, but I rolled an 8.
Ooh.
Yay.
Okay, so here's the thing. You realize that when you see Jessica, like you can tell that she's like physically, like almost done herself harm doing
You have
this,
these sweat problems that I have.
and you realize how ridiculous it is that, like, what you just did feels embarrassing. And you can either, like, you realize that you can immediately chase this person. In your head, it just snaps. That's who you're after. Like this person who was taking that money and started the whole dance competition, or well, didn't come up with the idea, but got it started.
Facilitated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're about to fade into the crowd, and you can kind of either gather up Jessica or you can chase them into the crowd.
I am going to chase them myself.
Okay.
And as I do, I'm gonna shout, Jessica! And try to, like, snap her out of it as I disappear into the crowd after this devil.
Jessica, act under pressure.
Okie dokie. Let me. I only have one hand. Sorry, I'm a crazy cat lady. So.
That's fine. And actually, before you do that, Glowfree, can you roll a help out, which is also your cool?
7.
All right. That's perfect. That actually works out really, really well. So you get a +1 to this, Jessica.
That's good that I get a +1 to this because I rolled a 6. So I get 7 now.
Okay.
Good team.
Yeah. So
These dice are just, they're rolling bad, and I'm just putting them in the bag as they go.
you are acutely aware that you have been manipulated. And the fact that you're familiar with like what these powers look like and everything, just it's something that just kind of overwhelms you, like somebody twisted you up and did so like a fiddle, like that was not good at all.
We're not even in Georgia.
I mean, right. So wait until the devil gets down to Georgia. And you see Glowfree, who was just shouting your name. Glowfree, you've revealed yourself, kind of.
I have.
And you see this person look at you and kind of smirk. And they walk close to you.
Makes it easier to chase them. Great.
Jessica, you see you see this scene, and this person says, "So, you're here to stop me, aren't you?"
I'm here to make sure that I am the life of the party, and you seem to be stealing that away from me.
Stealing that away from you, my dear. I was at this party before this nation, this world even existed.
Pretty sure you came through that door not long ago.
Well, I mean, not this party. It was a, maybe the idea of this party. It's a metaphorical. And never mind.
You attend parties conceptually often?
I'll tell you what. Let's make a bargain.
I'll tell you what. Let's get back to the mall and let's talk about this bargain.
Oh.
I want to use my unnatural appeal to attempt
Ooh.
to manipulate him
Okay.
or them. So I get to roll my weird instead of my charm. So I
Yep.
have a +3, and I have 11 plus 3. That's a 14.
Holy
Get
crap.
him to leave this party and go to the mall so that we can settle our business and make a deal.
So, tell me what this looks like where you scare the devil.
You scare the heaven out of the devil?
Yeah.
I think that as I am talking, I'm realizing that this weird skin thing isn't as restrictive as I thought it was, and I think kind of like my eyes start to glow brighter, and like the skin covering my face kind of disintegrates and shows more light coming out, and I look, like glow-free, kind of with the skin and the tuxedo and all these things evaporating away, and you see just this glowing being. And I say, no, we're going to leave. You and I, we will walk out of here, return to the mall, and then we can make a deal.
Yes, of course. I shouldn't have left. I'm sorry. They actually, like, kind of like visibly like retract in on themselves, and they start to whimper. They'd had this intense attractiveness. It wasn't handsomeness. It wasn't beauty. It wasn't. It was hard to define. Yeah, it was just this power, and that has completely evaporated. And now they just look weak. And downstairs, you're standing there between the mics, and or no, you're not. You got pushed into the table.
I'm lying on the floor under a bunch of life people. So
both the mics are about to come at you, and all of a sudden they just stop, and they're like, the one Mike, the one that got hit.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the one that got hit. The one that got hit is the jerk. Mike is like, wait, what do we? Come on, man. Chad, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over us.
I'll take his hand and let him pull me up. You guys run a game store. You know games are dangerous. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we got so out of control. We play Battleship all the time. It never got this competitive.
This is like the Mario Kart incident of 2019. Remember? That just shake hands.
And they've shaken hands, and they're like, and Mike, the one who's usually a jerk, is like, I'll tell you what, let me get everybody beers. We'll be cool. Maybe we need to chill for a little bit, watch a movie, that kind of thing.
That's why he's manager.
So he's a jerk, but he's also like, he knows how to take charge.
He knows how to take charge. He knows how to motivate people. So
that's fair. All right. So Jessica, what do you see this, and immediately that feeling, you've been manipulated. It was by this person who Glowfree has just cowed, with just emotion and just, but that fear of something bigger than everything else here, in a weird way. You've never seen Glowfree quite do anything like that, too. That was
awesome.
It was awesome. In every sense of the word, there is a sense of sheer awe, and people around have kind of stepped out of it, but also most people have kind of snapped out of whatever funk they were in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
So I found Hayden's pet.
Yeah.
and I'm just like calming myself down with their
Okay.
pet. Because like I can't dance anymore because it hurts.
Yeah, like you pulled something.
Yeah.
So you're like in the comfy chair.
Yeah. Has some really interesting thoughts.
Ooh.
But yeah, if Glowfree needs help, I will go to the mall with Glowfree and this person.
And I'll also say that Chad is coming up for while you guys are kind of like dealing with this person. You do get a name. They call themselves Chance.
Chance. Okay.
Yeah.
Chance is a dog's name. Why are you named?
Because in hell I'm a dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I
You heard
thought.
about two-faced, but you also heard of three-headed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the three-headed dog in hell is named Spot.
Oh.
This is true.
One of their names.
Yeah. There's like more than one three-headed dog.
Oh, okay.
No. She means the three-headed dog is named. I got walking up. She means the three-headed dog is named Spot. I mean, there are many three-headed dogs, but we know the one she's talking about.
That's true. But I'm only a one-headed dog. And I'm not actually a dog. I'm more like the old style like reference to like a dog, like let's lip the dogs of war, that kind of thing, like controlled obedient animal, that's the kind of dog that I'm talking about, not like actual dog.
So the devil that's above you is Havoc?
No, it's
Havoc, and let's cry Havoc, and let's
cry Havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. Yeah. No, that would have been a much better idea and way more creative than whoever came up with my thing. But no.
Are you one of the black dogs?
No. I just.
At this point, he signs up next to Chad. So is up next to Jessica. I think he's being metaphorical.
Yeah, it's one of those, a metaphor.
Oh, you're a metaphorical dog.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then why didn't you have a frat party?
Different kind of metaphorical dog.
Jessica, it's more important that we find out who let the dogs out.
This is true.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
This is the party for it.
We are going back to the mall.
Yeah.
I look over at Jessica. So Jessica, where's Kelly?
Oh, and actually around that time, Kelly comes back in, and she's like looking around frantically, and she sees somebody, one of the women that works at, I don't know, one of the makeup counters or something like that, and she like, here, I think this is what I owe you, and she hands her a bunch of money. Sorry, I didn't. And she looks over at the rest of you. Hey, hi.
Hi.
Turns out I'm really good at hopscotch, and sometimes people like to bet on hopscotch.
Yeah, only when this dog is here.
We knew you would be quite excellent at that athletic feat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I appreciate. Yeah.
And we had some weird questions about your ankles that I couldn't answer.
Well, not yet.
She kind of like, you say that, and she's like, huh? She kind of that like, is she flirting with me?
Well, we're all going to take the chance here back to the mall to handle this weird stuff.
Wait, was this one of those mall things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's only supposed to happen in the mall.
Oh no. Sometimes things happen outside the mall.
Okay.
That's what we're here. That's the whole reason we're doing this.
Okay. Well, do you need help? I mean,
Yeah, why don't you come with us? This will be
Okay.
good instruction for you. Chad slips a very brotherly arm around Kelly's shoulders and looks over at Jessica and just says, and it's a good thing to just assume that Jessica's always flirting. It's the way things are.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. So you head back to the mall. You've got Chance there. Every once in a while, Chance seems to want to think about escaping or something. But I feel like Glowfree just shines a little bit, and then they.
I glisten in their general direction, and Chance is like, I'm not gonna take that chance.
I'm not going to take that, chance. I'm not going to take that chance. I'm not going to take that chance. Anyway.
Not throwing away my chance.
So, yeah. Then you arrive at the mall. It's still closed. But Jessica, you have keys, right?
Yeah, I have keys.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think both Jessica and Chad have keys.
And I would think that there was a way that Glowfree could get in and out of the mall.
I just go through the walls.
Yeah, Glowfree just gets in and out. Yeah.
Okay. But not in the same places where the ghosts go in and out of the mall.
No.
Not usually, no.
Yeah.
That's a little cold.
Although when you do arrive, you're pulling up towards one of the doors that's it's near where the stairway down to hell is in the mall, because that's the door, by the way, that opened the wrong way.
Okay.
And the door opens, and you see Charlie the ogre opening the door. For you managers, you've noticed Charlie the ogre. Glowfree, you know Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my regulars in the evenings.
Yeah, and Charlie, he's not a great conversationalist, but he likes to make sure that all the doors are closed in the mall before, at the end of the day. And he is leaning out the door, and he says, "Oh, hey, sorry about that. I think I missed the door. It's my bad. I won't let it happen again."
I mean, this is only the second time in the past, I don't know, 50 or 75 years, Charlie.
Oh, yeah. They say third time's a charm, so better not let the charm happen, because that would be pain. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, at least this time it was just chance.
Well, we don't want to take that chance.
No,
we'll take this one back.
Yeah. I'll take that chance. Oh,
Hey.
yeah. And he grabs him by the scruff of the neck. Well, he didn't cause any trouble, did he?
Well, I look over at Glowfree and Jessica, because they know more about what actually happened than Chad does. Chad's like, there was some trouble. I'm just not sure if he did it or if he just pushed it along a little.
I think maybe Jessica has like a slight limp, like you pulled a little something in the back of your leg or something.
Yeah. I mean, nothing that can't be fixed.
Oh, well, enjoy then your holiday. Do you need to come in for anything?
Into the mall or into hell? Into the mall.
Into the mall. I'm not letting you in hell.
I mean, the only time you let me into hell was when Hades needed somebody to dog sit.
Right. That's when you met Spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good dog.
Yeah. But anyway, listen. I can take it from here. Unless you need to do anything. And Kelly's there. She's like, Chet, there's an ogre talking to us right now.
He's the ogre. He's Charlie. Takes care of the doors. Remember? Remember we had to come in late at night, and we had to set up for Dingus Day, and we had all those boxes, and somebody opened the door and held it open for you the entire time. That was Charlie.
That was Charlie.
Yeah. Remember you gave him one? Remember he asked for a couple pussy willows.
I do remember that, and I remember being offended for a second, and then it was explained to me. Mm-hmm. I remember all that, but I felt like I had forgotten it.
You'll get used to that over time. The longer you spend here, the more you focus on it. We'll have to do some training on spiritual recognition.
Brain callus. It's called a brain callus.
Yes, there we go. Brain callus.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get it too.
Yeah, you'll get there, Kelly. And I mean, Charlie is so much nicer than the Navy SEAL who was in charge of doors. He never opened them.
He did if you gave him fish. You just didn't give him fish. You gave him fish, he always opened doors for you.
Yeah. But when he was younger, he wouldn't go clubbing.
Ah. Well, that happens.
But boy, he had a great color. That nice dark blue color of his. Yeah, it was a nice. Anyways, I'll take him from here. So everything's set then. No harm, no foul.
I guess so. Is Chance okay with just being thrown back in hell? Like, I had told him that we would work out a deal here. Is he not clamoring to have a deal?
I did say that. Yes. What deal can we make? And why don't we step inside and we can?
Why don't we go talk with Henry?
Discuss this. All right. Yeah. You can bring in Henry on this. You do. You go inside. Henry, by the way, by now has gotten all his stock all packed up. It's set near the door, but he hasn't gone down the door yet. He sees you walking in with Chance. Ah, excellent! You did it. Well played. I knew, Glowfree, you could complete this task.
I shine brightly at these sorts of things.
Of course you do. Did they give you any trouble?
I mean, I did win my first foot race ever. That was pretty cool.
That sounds... Congratulations!
Thank you. I mean, I am faster than everyone.
Yeah, it seems like a somewhat hollow victory.
Indeed.
Yes. And he says, so Devil, what do you call yourself? And Devil says, I call myself Chance. I see. And have you returned by your own volition? And Chance lowers their head and says, I have. Henry kind of looks up at all four of you. And you managed this.
Mostly
It was mostly them. It was mostly them.
Well, I've paid close attention to your little group lately, and I think that whether you know it or not, you're protecting this place from great many things. And even, I mean, I knew Glowfree would do well, but I know Glowfree relies on the rest of you to some extent. Am I wrong, Glowfree?
No, I mean, I'm not used to having others around, but it's helpful.
Indeed. Well, in the days to come, that might be important. I believe that this devil was released. He did not escape, or they did not escape.
Yeah, who sent you here, Chance? Who let the dog out?
Who? Who?
Who?
Who did?
I mean, it is almost the time of Krampus.
Is also true.
No, it's who? The
Who?
The band?
the
I mean, we have T-shirts. Are they coming to the mall?
The little tiny Susian creatures?
no, the band. Yes, the band, the Who. They were the ones that let me out. They have plans, apparently. They needed me. They needed me to do it.
Gambling den? Right here in the mall?
Oh, no, that was just a distraction. They have much greater plans than that. They're
Like,
undeniable evil,
who
greater
wants
and more
to be?
dangerous than anything that this reality has ever known.
So they want to be the Who on first.
Yes, they will be the Who on first.
Chad is very confused at this point.
It seems the Who is an entity, Chad.
Interesting.
Has this one gone to get their degree past their masters? Like, are they the Doctor Who?
Not this one, no. And unfortunately, no. This is only the MBA Who. Yes. You've tricked me into revealing my evil masters. There's 4 of them.
Oh.
They're musicians in the band The Who. From the 1960s.
They have some excellent summoning tunes. It's
I
true.
do.
Henry kind of looks around at you and he's lying.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, You Better is an amazing song.
It's like all the it's my favorite band in the world, which is why I wanted to go with that for just a moment. 'Cause I just,
So we will. So okay. Well, now Chad's a little bit more upset. But Chad's gonna stop for a second. He's gonna dig through his bag and pull out his silver knife,
oh,
and he's gonna just walk over and just kind of put it on the counter next to Chance. Say, all right. We've done good cop. You're about to get really, really, really pissed off, cop. So why don't you tell us who you're actually working for?
I can't tell you
Why not?
because they have a power over me.
Are they somebody in the mall?
Not yet.
Look over at Glowfree. And then Jessica.
Are they the first ones?
He looks at Glowfree. See, Glowfree's really terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, I've probably shed the skin at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
like you're his like straight up like just pure weakness, just standing there, asking him a question.
I kind of like the fact that the guy with the bag full of guns, knives, and swords is actually like the least threatening one in this group.
I mean, the whole intimidation started with you putting the knife on the counter. So, he looks around. He's kind of looking around at everybody assembled, and finally he says, "Screw it. The name of my master is and all of a sudden his fingers start to char and just break away and evaporate, and then it just goes down his arms as he screams, and it just collapses in, and he just evaporates entirely.
Oh man, now there's no chance in hell.
Oh.
Chad stands there momentarily shocked, and he like catches his breath, kind of shakes himself, looks over at Kelly and said, "How do you spell that?"
Yes.
H-A-T.
Wow.
Hell is right.
I think that's the note to end on. That's just too great. You know when to drop the mic. That was fantastic.
We out.
So for the FM gamers, I've been your game master. Join us in 2 weeks, where we will be on the penultimate episode of Five Corners. What's coming next? Is it really The Who? Is Pete Townsend going to show up in my game? Who knows? It's not entirely outside of the realm of possibility right now.
Tune in to find out.
Well,
Tune in and find out.
The Who would definitely know whether or not they're going to be on the next episode.
That's true. The who knows? All right. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's been me. I'm Jesse Edmond. I can be found at Doc Palindrome anywhere your fine Doc Palindromes are sold. Follow my new TikTok where I make comic book recommendations.
And I've been Jane Calvert, playing Glowfree, the incredibly bright and fabulous star person, maybe, who just looks at devils and makes them shrink. Thank you, Jesse. You can follow me at Moonchromatic on Twitter, although I'll be honest, I'm not on there very much right now because of the situation of the world. So send me a private message if you want to get in contact.
I'm Jerry, GM Gerrymander. You can follow me at GM Gerrymander on Facebook, GM Gerrymander on Twitter, and you can also see me on Tuesday nights on the Misdirected Mark podcast on the same podcasting network.
Yay. And I'm Alana Smith. You can follow me on Twitter of Princess O Gaming, and I think I'm also Princess O Gaming on Instagram. The cat that you saw me holding on to is one of the cats I take lots of pictures of and post about. And yeah, I have lots of time on my hands right now because my store is closed. So talk to me. I'm bored.
Send cat pictures. Lana's fun to talk to. Oh yeah, thanks to our producer Kevin, whose last name I will butcher if I try to say.
Long and Polish.
Wow.
You're awesome, Kev. Thanks for your magic.
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin is fantastic. Yes. This episode has been brought to you by Magic, And we'll see you in a couple weeks with the FM Gamers.